Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, again, Lesline here. Today is June 2nd, 2022, popping in here live. I come in here live once a week, normally on Thursdays at about 2 p.m.-ish, just to talk about, what's going on with what I'm doing yoga-wise, health tips, all of that. Because I'm here to support moms through the use of breath work, sound healing, and movement. So that is like my little gist of what I do. And I have a new offering coming up, and I want to tell my community so you all know. I know that a good amount of you don't live where I am. I'm located in Orlando, Florida. But for those that are here in Orlando, I have an in-person yoga class that will be happening on June 12th. And that's actually 10 days. We're 10 days out from my event. And I'm really thrilled. I am going to be hosting this event at the same space I did a couple of months ago, which is at Natural Vibes on Edgewater Drive. And I was there a couple months ago at the venue, and it's a beautiful venue. It's like the perfect aesthetic that I love, and it's actually close to my house, which is really nice. And it's an herb shop. So it's an herb shop, and they have over 200 herbs, all natural, and they come in these big containers. And so anyways, we're going to be back there again June 12th, and I rented out the whole space. So we'll have our yoga class. You can then, after the class, buy products. Like I said, everything is natural in the store. So if you're looking for, starting your wellness journey, take your yoga class, get your supplements, all of that stuff, this is the perfect opportunity. But I also wanted to talk about, because if you have seen, like if you're following me on Instagram and all that other good stuff, and if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you are. Shameless plug, at Lesline Pittman. It is my name put together. Make sure you go follow me over there. I posted the little banner saying yoga for creativity. That's what I have themed the class. And you may be like, what the heck, creativity? Like I thought, well, I don't know what you're thinking, but I know that creativity is something that I have struggled with in the past, and I've now overcome it. And I'm actually really creative, and it's a beautiful thing. And now that I know I'm creative, I want to share that with you, because this is coming from a genuine place. I used to think that creativity was for other people, that it was not for me. But mind you, I played clarinet from grade 6 to grade 12, and I was in color guard from grade 9 to like freshman year of college. So I was a creative person, but for whatever reason, you know what it was, as I'm reflecting on it, like actively reflecting on it right now, I didn't think I was creative because I was like, well, the band instructor or the color guard instructor is giving me the music, the moves, they're telling me what to do. How does that make me creative, right? And I was completely wrong, because we all express ourselves in different ways. So yes, the band instructor was giving me the music to play, but I, would play it the way I wanted to play it. Obviously, the band teacher will tell you, hey, you're out of tune or you're in tune, but it's still my expression of playing that instrument. And the same goes for when I was in color guard. I was in winter guard specifically. If you know, you know. I was in winter guard, and yes, my color guard instructors, they would tell you, do this pose or do that, throw the flag like this and whatever. But it was my expression that made it what it was. So I say all that to say, I shared that example of creativity because that's one that people can grasp, right? Like, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's music, it's art, right? It's that stuff is things we're used to when we think of creativity, and we think of drawing and music. Those are the things that, at least for me, came to mind. But now, the more that I have tapped into my creativity through the use of yoga, through the use of journaling, movement, being mindful, I've been able to find creativity in other ways. And what's an example, right, Lesline? An example for me is I genuinely love being on this camera talking to you. I love it. And I know some people don't like it. Like they're like, no, I don't want to be on the camera. Please, no, no. I love it. I actually really love talking and being on the camera, talking to you and providing you immense value and giving you pieces of my energy, because it's energy right now that I'm giving you, and why you're watching and why you're so intrigued by me, it's my energy. And that also though ties into the creativity that I've tapped into, right? Because now that through the use of movement, yoga, breath work, I've been able to tap into those energy sources to be more creative of what am I going to say to y'all? It's because of my creativity. So this goes back to June 12th. This goes back to June 12th, the event that I will be hosting in person, where I'm going to show you how to be creative. And if you're like, well, like, I don't want to speak in front of people, or I don't want to, let me think of another example. Like, I don't want to be a yoga teacher or whatever. There are other ways that you probably want to be creative, but you're having resistance towards it. Like, you're like, I can't do that because, and then you put the story, right? And that's the story I used to put when it even comes to being in front of you. I used to be like, who am I? Like, I don't know enough. And that's not true. It's not true. So with that being said, creativity, like I said in my Instagram post, it's multifaceted. Creativity, it goes into all these different aspects of your life. Hell, creativity as a mom. Y'all are creative, because I know majority of you are in here are moms, and we are hella creative on the spot. We are like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, we don't have this, we're gonna use that. Oh, we forgot the pamper. We're gonna, you figure it out. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you as a mom are hella creative. So if you're still struggling with that, and you're like, Lesline, I hear you, but like, nah, girl, nah, I get it, and it's okay. And I encourage you, I invite you to join me. If you're in Orlando, I encourage you to join me on June 12th. And if you're not in Orlando, I would love for you to send me a message and talk about the struggles or the challenges. Let's call it challenges. The challenges, because you can overcome a challenge. The challenges that you're having when it comes to recognizing that you really are creative. Like, you really are. And I think of friends that I have that I'm like, you're so creative in this space and you're so creative in that space. Like, another tip before I go, think of something that you enjoy that comes easy to you. That's your creativity in its fullest form. So whatever it is, if it's decorating, if it is remembering random history facts and being able to recite them back to somebody else, that is creativity. Like, that is creativity. Creativity is not a one size fits all. It is unique to you. It is unique to you. So that's what I want. That's the behind the scenes, or the reasoning behind why I'm going to be talking about creativity. Because if you heard me also say previously in this live, creativity, I've been able to tap into that energy source. As you know, I'm also a yoga teacher. That energy source is the sacral chakra. So I will be talking about that, but I'm going to be creative with it. I'm not just going to be like, this is the sacral chakra and la, la, la. Like, I'm choosing to be creative about that, because I know there are people that you either, you know about chakras, or you're like new to it, or it can be scary. You'd be like, chakras, what is that? What's that hippie stuff? But we all have them. All of us have these energy sources in our bodies. We all have them. And it's just a matter of tapping in, knocking on that energy source. So on June 12th, we're going to be tapping on that sacral chakra, and I'll tell you where it's located, all of that great stuff. And yeah, and you can Google that if you want before the class. And I think, I think that's it for now. Oh, and I'll leave the link of the the event. So this is the event. I just put it in the chat. If you are local to me, hopefully okay, there we go. It takes a minute to like hyperlink. There we go. So it's in the chat now. You can click sign up, tell a friend, bring a friend. It is a very intimate event. I will say this as well. My last event sold out. It sold out. Okay. So I like to keep things intimate. I don't like to pack, especially in post COVID or COVID. Are we still, especially in a pandemic, I am not going to pack us in a space. It's a very intimate space, first off. And I don't want to jam pack the space, because I want to make you feel like you are the most important person in the world, because you are. And yeah, so June 12th is that. And like I said, the last event did sell out. So make sure you get your ticket today. If you have any questions, especially because I started talking about that chakra stuff, right? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And I'm going to leave for real this time. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.